Let's see if we can get this thing lined back up.
Okay.
Yep, looks like it. Got one thumbs up. I gotta reset on here now. There we go. Yeah, it's got a new sign-in screen. Whoa, that's blurry as heck. Carol, welcome. Silver Fox, welcome. Jeffrey, welcome. Onyx, welcome. Chris, welcome. D, welcome. JS Custom, welcome. Carol, welcome. Brunswick, welcome. Brett D, welcome. Richard Lowry, welcome. Salzman's, welcome. Henry O, welcome again. Patricia Holland, welcome. Johnny T, welcome. You ever notice Johnny T never shows up for version 1? He's always the one after their version 2. Todd, welcome. All right, so people are starting to come on in, so that's cool. We'll just give you guys time to get here. This is lot number 7. We have 30 planned.
Lots are already under the stream.
The lots are already under the stream, all of them? Or just
No, 15.
15, okay. And this is lot number 7 of the night. Kinemine, yeah, that's, I was trying to zoom in on, or zoom from it being too close. I only had about that much of the bill showing. Trying to get it to zoom back out, and I zoomed all the way out. So, it happens. Nicholas Baird, welcome. JS Custom, you do not have to be a member to bid. You do have to register to bid. So you would go to PayPal, and in the PayPal, you'd put jbcoinsinc@gmail.com, $25, and in the comments section, put deposit, and it's a refundable deposit. And then you can bid. Nicholas, feeling a lot better. Thank you for asking. B still kind of hacking up along a little bit, but I'm hoping that that's going to stop, as you can hear. Hopefully that's going to stop soon. Mega Bobcat, welcome. We're on hold right now. We got booted off, my big old fat thumbs. So I'm giving folks a little bit of time to get back in here. Yep, exactly, Kinemine. Silver Fox, check your bell. Check the notification bell. The good old YouTube, in their infinite wisdom, one of their many, many, many weird things that they do is whenever they do what they consider an update, and they consider whether or not it's a substantial update or not, they go ahead and reset all the notifications to neutral without giving anybody an option. So, you know, you have to go back in basically and reset all your notifications. So that could be part of the problem. Satyan, no, there is PayPal is all we have at this point. Yeah, Henry, that COVID's some weird stuff, man. But yeah, it put us both in the bed for about 5 days, just kind of laying there next to each other, sweating. Lost the sense of taste, lost the sense of smell eventually. It didn't all come on even right away at the beginning like they first made it out. And it was slightly different for both of us. And they said that B was about a day behind me on symptoms, but they cleared me on Monday last week, and they cleared her as well as far as well, they cleared her as far as going out as long as she wore a mask. But she's definitely still hacking, and definitely having more problems with it, shaking it loose, it seems like, than me. Or maybe that's just me worrying about my sweetie. So
No, I don't think so. I think you did much better with this one.
you think I did much better than you did this time? That's unusual. Usually you're the one that's bulletproof, and I'm the one that gets sick. So, Mary Maddie, welcome. Ryan, welcome. You got a $20 bill from 1932 in your change? Wow. If it's in nice shape, that's a nice find. I mean, it's a nice find either way, but if it's in nice shape. So, let's see. Carol L. Here we go. Yeah, it does. It affects everybody different. We're even little stuff. We're trying to eat, something that, like pizza that we eat all the time. And it's like, does this taste right to you? It just doesn't taste right to me, and it's like, you don't really know if you're really not tasting it correctly, if the taste is off in your taste buds from the COVID, or if you're just kind of imagining it because they've drilled it in our heads, So, but if this is as bad as it gets, I'll be very thankful. They were initially very concerned about both of us because of pre-existing conditions, and luckily it didn't go there. So, hopefully back on schedule now. So now that we got enough folks back in here, I think we'll start the bidding back up. Ryan, welcome. Actually, Bill, not tasting doesn't stink, we've noticed, because you kind of can't smell anything either. Britt, welcome. Dan Earl, welcome. Alrighty. So this is what we were working on when we lost signal because of my fat thumb. It is a Series 57B Blue Seal Silver Certificate X Series, so very high series, and it is In God We Trust, so it is not a godless note. It is extremely crisp. This thing is beautiful. It's $22 starting bid. Phil at 22. God, Shirley Temples. I remember those when I was a kid. Good Lord. Henry O, 24. I remember being a little kid and ordering a Shirley Temple like it was a big deal. I'm ordering a Shirley Temple. Cody Amons, welcome. That or the other one my mom scammed me on was she was trying to get me to eat like eggs and healthy food and stuff. So she would have me order a milkshake with an EGG. I didn't know what the heck an EGG was at that point. So, let's see. Mary, welcome if I didn't say so. Interesting, Mary, didn't know that. Paul Stalder, 26. Good one, D. Well, Riley, that's the problem of being the last surviving male in the family for about since like the 1980s. Of course, I was grown up with kids myself at that point, but as a little kid, that was the first time. Henry 30. So, being the only little boy with all my girl cousins, they would take me shopping with them. Imagine back in the old Super Mall days with 5 or 6 teenage girls, pre-teenage girls, your mom, your grandmother, your great aunt, and they'd sit you in a corner in the women's department, and then they'd all scatter like locusts, So, yeah. Henry at 30, going once. And of course, God has a funny sense of humor. Not only did he do that to me, and then do the thing where 1989, the last of my uncles passed, so since 89, I'm the only male. He gives me 3 daughters. Paul at 32. And I have my grandchild come along, and guess what? It's another little girl. She's a sweetheart, and I absolutely adore that child. But I've told the daughters, $100 or $1,000 bonus to the first one pops out a little boy. Please, I need some help. Henry at 35. Andrew, I'm 6'1" and my wife is 4'11", so we tell our 6 kids, if you don't eat everything, you're going to be short like mom. That's funny. Oh man, that's funny. Henry at 35. Jimmy Farmer, welcome. So Henry O at 35, going once. Salzman's at 36. JS, you're going to be doing it in PayPal, but somebody's going to have to help you explain how to do that. Normally, B has the link up there, but she'll have to redo it because we lost the first feed. Henry O at 38. Yeah, I got told a long time ago that was God's revenge for me being a sailor, and all the doors that I knocked on when I was a young man was to give me nothing but girls so that I could feel the pain of all those fathers. It's like, no wonder my hair is gray. Henry O 38, going once. Oh, really, Riley? You hit it right in the middle. Johnny, that was actually a fat finger on my part. So, not sure why though. You know, what the answer normally is, but in that case, it was me just fat fingering it. Salzman's at 41. Henry at 44. Malcolm, welcome. You just now got notification for the show. That might be because we lost the first one, headed to the second one. I don't know. Well, Jay, you were well prepared for all the girls to grace your life. Yeah, something like that. So Henry O is at 44. Salzman's 45. Andrew says his oldest is a seagull. He's 12 years old and he's 5'6", 175 pounds at 12. Wow. Henry O, 46.
Can show the back one more time.
Okay. There's the reverse.
Yes, we do have boxes for Friday. We got them today.
Yep, we do have boxes for
And
Friday.
Silver ender in the first one we opened.
Yep, beef on a silver ender in the very first one she opened up. So we do have boxes for Friday, and they do have silver apparently. Salzman's at 50.
Henry 51.
Henry 51.
It's worth $100.
That's what I was thinking. Satyan's question. It's worth at least $100. Henry O, 51.
Yes, Carolina, we can do that.
Yes, Carolina B says she can do that. Henry O at 51 going once. Henry O at 51 going twice. Henry O, 51 for the third and final call. Sold. Henry O, $51. Congratulations. Tall and lean and tan and lovely, the girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes, each time she passes, we go, ah. That's my sweetie. They wrote that about her. Oh no, she'd be too old. They must have written it about her mom then. Anyway, next up, 1990 Prestige set. Congrats, Henry. 1990 Prestige set. Check this one out. It's not even cardboard. It's like copper. Oh, the Eisenhower Centennial Set. 1890 to 1990. Anniversary of his birth. Look how beautiful these coins all are. Every single one of them. The cent, you can actually see the grain in the field. You know, when it gets really smooth, sometimes you can see the grain underneath. It's not an imperfection. It's actually very desirable. And then the reverse side, there's the decam version of his home in Gettysburg that he retired to. All of these are really well struck. Beautiful, beautiful set. Good job, babe. So, There's that. $58 starting bid. Jazz Customs asking if you got his registration deposit. Bill Horvat, 65. Gotta move just a little bit to get rid of that glare.
Yes, we do, thank you. Jay's Customs.
Yes, we do. Jay's Customs, you're good to go. Carol at 70.
And Brian Simon paid for his lot, thank you, Brian.
Brian Sign-On paid for his lot. Thank you, Brian. Bill Horvat for 75. Carol at 76. Yeah, if the S was missing on that, yeah. Salzman, the dollar coin with the general facing that way and the president facing that way, that's 90% silver. Everything else is normal clad and copper. Very true, D. He was very much one way. Carol at 76, going once. Kind of a straight ahead person. Carol at 76, going twice. D, you must have a little bit of lag. Carol is at 76. D at 77. Carol at 80. And those of you that like the history, it does have the COA in there. It talks about the coins and all that kind of stuff. Carol at 80. The reason we have the Eisenhower highway system that General Eisenhower or President Eisenhower built after the war, Detailer 81 was in World War I when he was a lieutenant. Salzman's 85. He was sent cross country in an Army Armada of World War I era trucks, and it took them something like 3 months. Carol, 90. Either it was extremely uncomfortable or he realized it wasn't a good idea, but after the war, he fixed that problem. Salzman's at 100. Carol at 105. Carol at 105 going once. Salzman's 110. Gonna have to unplug this for a little while just in case. Carol 115. Carol at 115 going once. Wow, 2 pounds, 4 ounces. Yeah, funny. My youngest was preemie and she's the same way. Can't shut that kid up. Carol at 115 going twice. But she is beautiful too. Carol at 115 for the third and final call. Sold to Carol, 115. Thank you. Next up, another B find. 1962 proof set. Treasury Department, Philadelphia, sealed. This thing should go for way more than normal because it has air in it that's 60 years old. Now this is a silver proof set that left the mint in 62 and has not seen daylight or air ever since.
Carol paid and Carol paid. Thank you, guys.
Carol paid and who paid?
Henry.
Henry O? Okay. Thank you guys. $52 starting bid. New Brunswick, is that what you're bidding? Is 62? D, that's the quandary with all these, is do you open it or not? That's a good problem to have, Andrew. Okay, just checking. So, starting bid, $52. Mary at 52. Brian at 54. Silver at 55. Steve Nelson, 56. Brian, 58. Steve, 59. Brian, 61. Steve at 65. Brian at 66. Good one, D. Steve Nelson, 67. Brian, 68. Silver at 70. Starts getting harder, doesn't it, Carolina? Silver at 70. Yeah, I do too, Bill. I don't know if the pipes are quite back yet. Silver at 70 going once. Silver and gold, silver and gold. We are all looking for silver and gold. Brian sign on 71. Brian Phillips 72. Don't know if that sounded up to normal standard or not, but there you go. From the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles on the earth and land, in the air and land and sea. Been too long since I sang that one. Brian Phillips at 72. In fact, it's the first time tonight I'm trying to sing since I got sick. Thanks, Brett. Brian, sign on 73. D. Frosty the Snowman was the same one that sang that song. He sang that one. He sang the one about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the one about Frosty. It was Burl Ives, the guy with the goatee. Brian, 73. Well, Carolina, if the set is open, it's an easier decision. If the set is sealed, obviously, then it's a tougher decision because you either send the whole set or you have to open it. So, Brian at 73 going once. Secret envelope, yeah. Brian at 73 going twice. Shoot. Oh, I screwed that one all up. Brian Phillips, 74. We have so many unopened, sealed envelopes and rolls because I can't bring myself to do it. Every once in a while we'll open one, but it's pretty rare. Brian at 74, going once. That's a good philosophy, D. Just make sure you leave a note somewhere telling the kids that, because otherwise they're going to be the ones that tear it open and take it to the bank. Brian, sign on, 75. Salzman's, they actually have instructions that you check the boxes, what you want them to do. Brian at 75. Carol at 76. See, Maddie, that's what I'm afraid of. It's kind of like running into an old girlfriend from 30 years ago, you know? Smoking hot back then, and you run into her, and instead of being 26, she's, say, 66, and maybe not a good 66. You know the old song, Kodachrome? That's my big fear. I don't live where I used to live. Carol at 76. You ever see the World War II gold ideas in the rubber for trade if need to? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Andrew. Hey, D, that cuts both ways. It really does. I wound up single and in an unplanned fashion when I was about 40. And I wound up moving back to where I went to high school, the area. And I went into a nightclub and saw 4 or 5 guys that I went to school with. And I went up to one of the girls from high school and said, please tell me I don't look that bad. So it can cut both ways. Carol at 76 going once. Yeah, Richard. Carol at 76 for the third and final call. sold to Carol. $76. Thank you, Carol. And congrats. Yeah, Richard, if they're not your age, they have no clue what you're talking about, probably. They probably don't even know what Kodachrome or film is. All right, item number 10, lot number 10. 1921 Morgan. Look at this beauty. Look at the detail on this thing. Starting bid on this is $105. Simon and Garfunkel, yeah. Richard, yeah, there was an announcement video today, and that's where you would go to enter for the giveaways. Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel. 105 starting bid. $105. Nobody interested? Wow. There we go. Bill at 105. Hey, Ray. What'd he say? Bill at 105. Carol at 110. Richard, I don't think so. I think the one from the $50 one from earlier was a 1970D. This is a 1921 Morgan, Philadelphia, and look at the detail on this thing. You can read the Liberty. You can see the ivy in her hair here. You can see the veins in the ivy. You can see the wheat in the grain. I mean the grain in the wheat. It's like, wow. Carol, 110. THS, welcome. Yeah, you can see the feathers on the reverse. The detail is, you can see his eye. He's like a little PO'd like usual. See his claws. The fletching in the arrows. Yeah, B is kind of a cute one, isn't she? Oh, I thought you meant my sweetie, but yeah, the coin's nice too. So Carol at 110 going once. Carol at 110 going twice. I mean, it's the little stuff like that ivy, the wheat, that thing, whatever that thing is to the right of the wheat right there, that you can actually see the individual fabric. Carol at 110 for the third and final call. Sold to Carol, 110. Bill, I'm doing a lot better. B is still having some lingering side effects, bad cough, stuff like that. She just got through saying that for a change, I'm actually recovering from something quicker than her. So it's definitely a butt kicker. It's thankfully not version A. We must have got the last one that was going around. Because it was basically, for me, it was a week of laying in bed sweating and feeling like I got run over by a truck and not having any energy, you know. And then the taste and the smell started to go at that point, not at the beginning. So it was kind of weird. But, okay. Hopefully Paul's back from his smoke break. Lot number 11. There he is. Modern hobo nickel. You can see the tooling marks of the young man doing it old school. And it looks like he didn't make too many corrections on this one. It looks like he was pretty satisfied with that design. All he ever does to the reverse is stamp his initials in there like the old timers. And starting bid on that bad boy, $22. Lincoln Park did a remake of that? I didn't even know Lincoln Park did a remake of that. I mean, I would think at this point people were doing remakes of Lincoln Park. Carol at 22. Akita, welcome. Disturbed. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, Bill, I'm trying to get her to, but, you know, telling her to rest up is like, you know, it's like trying to tell a 2-year-old to sit still. Oh, man. I worry about her because she does push it way too hard sometimes, and situation like this, I was very worried that it was going to go into complication, more so with her than me. Henry at 23, Brian at 25. You know, I always tell her I have to go first, so if it went into complication to me, I wasn't too worried about it, but if it went into complication to her, I probably would have fallen apart. Whoa, lots of sirens. Carol at 27. Henry at 29. See, Henry's got his song. I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. Didn't have a Willie or a Sam. I'm a eighth old man, I'm Henry. Henry the Eighth, I am. Carol 31. Really, Richard? You know, the funny thing is you listen to a song nowadays that some of the newer artists sing, and you don't realize, second verse, same as the first. There you go, D. You don't realize that some of them go back, like, way back, like the 20s, you know, like 1920s, you know? Thank you, Henry. Did that just for you, buddy. Carol at 31 going once. Brett at 35. I'm gonna set that down and zoom in a little because I'm all over the place. There you go. Brett D at 35. Carol at 36. Oh, Henry, I would have thought you'd have heard that a ton when you were a kid. Brian, a lot of them did not. If you watch our video on Hobo Nickels, it'll explain to you the guys that are the most famous because they actually signed their work and they really, really were that much better. Brett D, 40. Carol at 41. I mean, they even have, I guess even to this day, but back then they even had to make their own tools. You know, this is the middle of the Depression. They're broke, they're hungry. That's why they call them hobo nickels. Back then it wasn't politically correct, you know. It was what it was. Yep. Only Human by Rag and Bone Man. We had one of those in my neighborhood when I was a kid. Carol, 41, going once. That, and we still had an Iceman. Neither one of those lasted too long, but Henry at 42. Yeah, D. This young man is very talented. We've had these before where if he doesn't like the back of the neck or the hat or something, you can actually see the tool mark where he actually will shave it back. You know, he's really good. Carol at 43. And this is all by hand. There's no CNC, there's no computers. It's all old school. Brett D, 45. That's why the missing Mr. Orange has like 17 of these that he's got from us, something like that. Henry O, 46. Brett D at 50. Makes sense, Andrew. Carol at 52. You guys do amazing stuff to survive in that environment up there. I can't even imagine. I'm not a cold weather person at all. Brett D, 55. Yeah, D, that's very true. But you can tell the difference between this and a CNC because you won't see tooling marks. They can't quite program the CNCs to make the tooling marks there, you know, so it winds up too smooth. Yeah, I agree. The mustache on this one is very cool. Kind of like Magnum PI, you know. Carol L, 57. Andrew, I know how that works. The place that I lived for 20, 30 years when my kids were little, there was a railroad track that came out there from Chicago up near the Wisconsin border, and there was a little lake that was very, very clear, spring-fed, and they had an ice house there. And there's a great big giant cast iron wheel that's about 20 feet around that's laying on the ground in the park, and that's where they used to cut chunks of ice out of the lake in the winter, and they'd shove them on rail cars full of hay and straw and run them into downtown Chicago into the ice warehouses. I never knew that until I moved out there. I was like, what the heck? Brett D, 65. Hobo Magnum, yeah. Where's his Ferrari? Ferrari on 4 railroad wheels. A couple of railroad bogies. Carol at 66. Yep, pack the ice with sawdust. Yep, absolutely, THS. Brett DePratu, 70. That's how they'd have ice in the summertime. It's because they would do that in the winter and they would pack it like that. Carol at 71. Brett at 75. Carol at 76. Brett at 80. Andrew, I can see that. Makes a lot of sense. Brett at 80, going once. Yeah, Bill, that's how the work ethic was back then, and the hobos actually were proud of being called hobos. They considered a bum the guys that wanted a handout, not a hand up, and the hobos were the guys that would go and do what Bill's grandma experienced. So we've definitely lost some of that, you know. D, sorry, but Wrigley Field's on the west side of Lake Michigan. It's in Illinois. So Brett D80 going once. That's weird, Richard. Twice. Yeah, D, a lot of them did. No Louis Vuitton hanging on the back of that stick. Brett D, $80 for the third and final call. Sold Brett, $80. Plus the $5 for the first item of the night. Congratulations. that is a really, I mean, the kid does great work, but that is a really, really, excuse me, nice example of his work. Alrighty. $1935A. Now this is where we started on that other one, and I screwed it up. So let's see if I can do this. Going in. Okay, 1935A, star note, blue seal, silver certificate, crisp, godless note. Knowing God we trust. Yeah, there is such a thing as trench art coins. The hobo coins, the hobo nickels tend to kind of fall into that category, but the trench art coins are slightly different and a lot rarer, and they're usually European coins, not American coins, because if you think about it, other than the Revolutionary War, 1812 and Civil War, we haven't really had any trenches per se in the United States. But they do exist because of them. So, there it is right there. Starting bid, $39. Yeah, actually the most popular trench art coins are what they call love coins, or love tokens, where they took coins and actually carved, you know, THS and you know, whatever, and then they would put little, you know, hearts and birds and all that kind of stuff. You can actually find those at coin shows. They're pretty cool. Detailer, $40. Oh man, Andrew. Henry O, $39 is the starting bid. D came in at 40. Carol's at 41. Henry's at 42. D at 43. Sorry, Tara, I'll move the mic up a little bit. Usually doesn't affect it because it's of the type of microphone it is. It's a clip-on, so it doesn't really go anywhere. Carol at 45. D at 50. Still coughing, huh, baby? My mic is going in and out? That's not good.
Maybe it's not. You put completely in, just don't touch the screen.
Yeah, I put it completely in, and I got the charger on there for now. Henry O, 52. D at 55. Henry O, 58. Night, Puck. Dude, I didn't even see you. Detailer at 60. Henry at 65. Chris Jewell at 70. Weed Penny Hunter, welcome. Henry at 72. Oh, you just got here. Cool. I thought I missed you, man. Deanne Work, welcome. Yeah, Puck, getting there little by little. B still trailing a little behind, but she'll get there. She's the tough one. Henry O at 72. Going once. I don't know. Are we near 100 yet?
75.
75. B is showing 75 thumbs up. Henry O at 72, going twice. Brett paid for his lot, thank you. And Carol paid for all of her lots.
That's the easiest way.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to say it. You're right. Henry O, 72, for the third and final call. Sold to Henry O, $72.
That's amazing, Bill.
That is an amazing bill. In fact, I'm gonna be careful grabbing that thing up. There we go. Thank you, Henry. Congratulations. All right, lot number 13.
And we're going to take a break after lot 15.
We're going to take a break after lot 15. That should be the halfway point.
Halfway point, I'm going to post the list and so on and so on.
And B will update the list at that point, put the second half up and everything else. So we're on 13 now, and after 15 we'll take the break. And 13 is a very popular one. Weedy on one end, Indian on the other end. Now we don't know because he ain't showing. That's the back end of the Indian, obviously.
We don't know. But
There's
we
the
know
wheat.
It's wheat, and we know it's Indian.
So we got an Indian ender and a wheat ender. $24 starting bid. Carolina got awesome 66 Kennedy from JB. It's turning bright yellow on the outside, blue on the inside, almost holographic.
Oh,
Cool, yeah. K&K, welcome. $25 starting bid. We got it from K&K. Deanne, no. Once you do a deposit and become a registered bidder and win a lot, you don't have to do a deposit again.
lot 27.
Carol, 27. K&K at 30. Carol 32, Puck 35. K&K at 37. Carol at 38. K&K at 40. Deanne, it works out that way sometimes, but every auction's a little bit different. Carol at 41. K&K at 44. Deanne at 45. Yeah, no kidding, Riley. K&K at 46. Carol at 50. Henry O paid for his lot, thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff she puts across the auction block here that I just kind of cry inwardly, and sometimes I'll let you guys know about it. DN at 55. K&K at 58. Carol at 60. Puck, you got a 19.0 VDB in one of the rolls you got from our auction. Very cool. Congrats. K&K 65. Carol at 66. K&K 68. Carol at 70. K&K at 75. Ehrlich, welcome. Carol at 77. Excuse me. K&K at 78. Yeah, we know about a few finds here, you know, like the ones in the intro video, that kind of thing. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool one day to find out just how many coins, you know, how cool some of the coins were that people found that we either gave away or auctioned or whatever that we could have kept, you know. That'd be kind of cool sometime. Carol at 80. Richie, welcome. Carol at 80 going once. Oh, you got a Bugs Bunny Benji? Very cool. See, that's what I mean. We usually don't know. Yeah, Deanne, I remember that one. Deanne at 85. That actually happened to me 3 different times where I found, oh, you're talking about the American large cent. Yeah. No, I remember 3 times where I found British World War I large cents, but I remember that one now. Yeah. Good one, Henry. Deanne at 85 going once. Carol at 87. Carol at 87, going once. Oh, Ehrlich, you shouldn't say that in front of B. Anytime I find a Vatican coin or anything about Pope John Paul, if I'm usually pretty sure which one she's got, I know I'm going to do okay if I get her that. Carol at 87 going twice. Very cool, Riley. Deanne at 90. Carol at 93. Deanne at 95. Carol at 96. Deanne at 100. Ho ho. Very cool. Deanne at 100 going once. Carol at 105. See, that's part of the fun of this, is, we're going through a box from the bank and you got $500 worth of face value, $50 in the box, right? So if one of those 50-cent pieces, which is what it cost us, winds up becoming something that we find for one of you guys, and it winds up becoming something of pretty cool value or of pretty cool collector value anyway, it's just kind of a thrill. You get to give somebody something that they're going to remember that's really cool, and it's a lot of fun, and it didn't really cost you much, but a little bit of passion and a little effort, Carol at 105 going once. Ehrlich, yeah, they grade those. Yeah. I don't know if that's the mic breaking up or my throat starting to crack a little bit.
Huh? I was just listening. Yeah, it's the mic.
Nathan, you need to be a registered bidder. Sorry. And you're way below the price. Carol at 105 going twice. And we can see the IQ is not very high these days at times. Let's see. Carol at 105 for the third and final call. Sold to Carol, 105.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol, and congrats. Carol will probably be the one to find the SVDB, you know?
14.
Or 14D, yeah. People were listing off all the finds that they've made from our stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Excuse me, and Carol paid already?
And Carol paid already. So here's another B set, 1974 Uncirculated Coin Set. Look how white it is. And I could tell no glue. So, 1974. This looks like the Denver set. And there's the Philly slab with the extra S penny. And look how pretty. So there you have PD&S on the cents, and you have P&D on the rest of the coins from 1974. Original mint packaging, $24 starting bid. Hussein, welcome. Joe, all you gotta do is find the right penny in that roll, and it could be worth several multiples of that. Yep, $24. Puck's got the starting bid there, 24. Ray, some years they made the S in circulating, business strike. And so on the years that they did, this is how the set, the mint dealt with that, was they added the S to the Philly set. And so you'd wind up with the PD&S. Carol, 27. A lot of years they didn't have an S circulating penny. So on the ones that they did, that's why they did that. Tara at 30. Silver to the moon. Yep. Lately it's been down. It had gone up and it came back, it pulled back from almost 30 to about 22, I think. Richard, 31. It's all right. It's going to do it again. Back in 2008, 9, 10, when we had the big crisis, it went from $7 to $14, and then from $14 it went straight up to $48, $49, something like that. Carol at 32, and then it came back down again. Joe, you go to PayPal, you put in jbcoinsinc@gmail.com, which is our email address. $25 purchase, and then in the notes put deposit, and then that way my wife B knows that that's a $25 deposit so that you can bid. And if you win something, we apply it. If you don't, you get the choice to either get it back or hold it on account for the next auction. Richard at 35. Ray, whenever that's the case, that to me is a good day. A good day is when you learn something new every day. Tara at 36. Salzman's, there should be an announcement video from earlier today. We lost the link at the top when we lost version 1.0 today. Okay, he's going to do it right now, she said. Richard at 37. Slide it that way. I didn't realize that the half of that set wasn't showing. Tara at 38. There we go. Get a little more on there. Thank you, Joe. Hope your church event goes well as well. Take care. Tara at 38. Tara at 38 going once. Joe, thank you very much. B, my wife, works very hard on those, so I'm sure she appreciates that. By the way, I didn't tell the new folks that are here. I'm Jay, and my beautiful bride is B. There is no JB. It's the two of us together. Uh, 74. Yeah, I think there is a 74 Ike, Silver Ike. Yeah, 74. If you got a 74 Silver Ike, that would be the landing on the moon on the reverse. So that would get you where you want to be, THS. Tara 38 going twice. Tara at 38 for the third and final call. sold, Tara. $38. Plus 5 for the first lot, contributing to offset the shipping costs. Congratulations, Tara. D, I've done that too. I've gone up to people at Coinstar and offered, you know, the machine spitting coins out at them and all that. And of course, you know, that's a pretty good sign that there's maybe silver. And yeah, I thought they were going to call the cops on me. Lot number 15. So this is the last one before we take a break. And it is a 1911 Barber toned. Really nice condition, as you can see. And starting bid on this one is $59. D, yeah, they do take 11% unless you do an e-gift card. So if there's something in that particular Coinstar, we've done videos on that where you can do it for no fees at all. DN work 60, but I agree. My offer was better as well, but lady just freaked out. She was like throwing money at the machine. I don't know what her deal was, but I have a suspicion what her deal was, but you know. So Deanne at 60. K&K at 65. K&K at 65. K&K at 65 going once. Deanne at 70. K&K 75. K&K at 75 going once. Deanne at 76. K&K 77. Ray, you're probably right, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stories of people paying with $2 bills and American Silver Eagles and Benjis and things like that recently trying to pay for stuff at stores, you know, older people. And the store clerks actually calling the cops on them because they thought it was some sort of bogus money, you know. And it just, they were not old enough to understand that it actually was real money. So K&K at 77. Sorry, I'm wandering there a little bit with the coin. Try to flip it over and get it in a little more stable position. Arthur, yeah, that would be very efficient, actually. I use those from time to time as tips, and you know, trying to, like, attention getter kind of things, you know. K&K, in the last 2 weeks I found a Ukrainian, Saudi, and 2 Australian coins at work. One was a 1961 sixpence. Very cool. K&K at 77, going twice. K&K at 77 for the third and final call. Sold to K&K, $77 plus your $5 first lot. So thank you very much and congratulations. And now it's time for our break. We're going to take a quick break. It's halfway through what we have scheduled for tonight. So we will be back in a few. Excuse me, Pop. Good boy. Let's see if I can do this without falling off the stool. There we go. Yeah, low flying geese, Caroline got it. K&K paid, so Tara paid.
Then I had the $25 deposit, which deducted, all good.
Okay, so Tara had the $25 deposit that was deducted, so you're all good. Don't have to do that again.
The only thing is I need her address.
And the only thing is, B said she needs your address, so we can mail you your stuff.
Please send to our email.
Yeah, send it to our email, please. Anybody that gets anything at any time, whether it's an auction item or a giveaway or coin roll hunt, anything that we need to send to you, please don't count on the PayPal, because a lot of times the information is not accurate. We've had packages come back that we have done. We have packages that are lost because of that, which is even worse. So we just don't do it anymore. And so if you don't send us an email, which is in the rules for you to send us an email of where we need to mail it, we're just going to wait until we get a good email and then we'll send it out. Okay?
All right, so the lots are updated.
So the lots are updated. If you refresh, second half of the show should be down there.
And good luck and have fun, everyone.
Yep, good luck. And like B said, have fun, everyone. And Puppy just wedged himself in between, and now he's pushing up the covers here. Hi, Puppy. You want to say hi?
Okay, that's fine.
You want to say hi? Yeah. Good boy. All right. Very cool, K&K. I just saw that. Henry O says, Armando said hello to all of the collection participants. I'm a little rusty, but can hold my own. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Are we ready?
Number 16, yes, we are. Last week.
Lot number 16.
Last week we had
Yeah.
we had an Unk version of this coin.
Okay. Last week we had the Unk version of this coin. So this week we have the proof version of this coin. And you need both if you collect them. So this is the 90% silver commemorative half dollar, 250th anniversary of the birth of George Washington. Beautiful decam, a little bit of dust from the basement on there. And on the reverse, one of my favorite reverses actually, Mount Vernon sitting up on top of the hill in decam. And it's got the original presidential seal down here. It's a really cool coin. And it is 90% silver, and it is a decam. And $24 starting bid. Bill, 35. Thanks, D. So D is at 40. D is at 40, going once, D is at 40. Bill at 42. D at 45. D at 45 going once. D at 45 going twice. Carolina, I wish I could too sometimes. Just cab, 46. D at 47. Glastron, 58. Holy moly. Mistake, but leave it there. You can change it. Nobody's jumped the bid yet. If you need to correct the Glastron, go ahead. Excuse me. Excuse me. So Glastron at 58, going once. Glastron 58, going twice. Glastron at 58 for the third and final call. Sold to Glastron, $58. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Okay, this one usually is the one that causes agita and wrenching or rending of the hands and all of that kind of biblical stuff. Oh, we got another one later too, I guess, yeah. First and last, 1948 and 1963, first and last year of Benji. Uh-oh, I just saw. Oh, okay. Brian, I'm guessing you're goofing around right there. So there's the reverse. There's the face. Zoom in a little bit here. Put that pen cap under there for support. Get my hands out of the way. And first and last year of issue, let me see. $69. starting bid. Oh man, Brian, be careful with that. See, you could have been taken for that being a bid. Deanne at 70. Britain, welcome. I kind of don't have a very good picture on those, do I? They look a lot better than that. Let's see, what am I doing wrong there? There we go. See, depends on the angle that the light's hitting it and everything. You can really get, there you go. You can really get a nice coin looking crummy. Britain, you can find them on our website, jbcoinsinc.com. Scroll down to the supply section and they're in there. We've got all kinds of supplies. Brian at 75. Excuse me, guys, low-flying geese. Yeah, Mary, when they're shiny, when they're inside the plastic, if the plastic has any defect at all or anything, it's just really hard. So there's the reverse. So what I'll try and do is bring it up like this so the camera can focus on one and then maybe the other one. The problem is the camera doesn't know which one to focus on, see? So it'll try and hunt back and forth. So you wind up getting a really crummy image on really beautiful coins. Deanne at 80. Let me take a look again. Ray, they're more stable, you know, when you're doing this kind of thing. If I was trying to do this with a vinyl flip, it would be flopping all over the place. Let's see if we can get a good image on here. It's not easy to do. Okay. That one depends. There's a couple little check marks there right above the line. If they consider that above the line, then you're clear. Let's see what this other one looks like. Come on, camera, work with me. Now, they both have real slight imperfections. And those of you that know me know that I tend to go to the conservative side. So I'm going to say that I don't know that they're going to grade full bell. My thinking is that they might hit them for those small marks. But the definition says unbroken lines without any significant breaks. So it's kind of a subjective thing on the grader's part. Excuse me. Brian at 81, Deanne at 82. Yeah, I agree with you, D. The right one does look a little bit more full, but it has a lot of that smaller marks, where the one on the left, it's got like 3 dots together, and they look like they're just above the line. So, you know, 6 of one, half dozen of the other. Again, it's going to go down to the subjectivity of the grader if you were to submit those. So Deanne's at 82. Deanne at 82 going once. Yeah, right, exactly. Grading coins is subjective. You have some objective written guidelines, but at the end of the day, they're just that. They're guidelines. Now, a grader may have to justify to somebody why they varied if it was a significant deviation from the guideline. But if it's close, then it comes to a subjective call. So, Brian at 84. And I apologize. Sounds like the throat starting to get there. Thank you, Mary. Absolutely. Promise less, deliver more. You'll always have happy customers. And maybe a happy, never mind. Brian at 84, going once. Deanne at 90. Deanne at 90. Excuse me. Deanne at 90 going once.
Glass Unpaid, thank you.
Glass Unpaid, thank you. Mr. Orange, that would be the Selective Service Bureau at the end of the street. You can go down there and they have the guy sitting at the desk with the nice red stripe up his pant leg. Go on in there and tell him you want to join up and he'll get you all set up. Brian at 91. Brian at 91, going once. Deanne, I ended up making that mistake, and the only thing that saved me was the guy was sitting at attention with that blood stripe and growled at me when I came to the door, and I just backed out and went across the hall. And the guy had his feet up on the desk. I was like, yeah, this is more my speed. Deanne, 95. Paul wanted to know where he could sign up to bid. Deanna at 95 going once. Deanna at 95 going twice.
I'm still reminding Tara to send the address. Everybody is sending. I don't see Tara's address.
Okay.
Tara, ladies.
Tara, don't forget, we need your address before you take off, if you're still here, hopefully. Brian Phillips, 97. Brian at 97 going once. Very cool, Steve. Happy birthday. Tara, yeah, if you send an email, nobody else sees it except for us. So, jbcoinsinc@gmail.com.
And we don't share addresses.
And we don't share addresses.
Anything.
Yep. All the info stays private with us. Brian Phillips, 97 going once. Ray, that's a good idea. I got ice cream in the freezer. Brian Phillips, 97, going twice. Brian Phillips, 97 for the third and final call. Sold to Brian Phillips. $97, $5 towards the first lot. Thank you very much.
Thank you and congrats.
Congrats and enjoy. Perfect. Thank you, Tara. We appreciate that. B works very hard at this. All right, next up. Careful, Amy. 1972. Now remember, I said you want a 74. Can't remember who asked earlier. This is a blue Ike. They call it a blue Ike because it's in a blue envelope. It's a 1972 Eisenhower uncirculated silver dollar, which means that it has the unpolished finish, but it's otherwise the same exact coin as the proof dollar. The difference is the proof has a proof finish. Now this one, it says uncirculated silver dollar, but that looks like a proof. Doesn't it? It sure looks like a proof to me. It says uncirculated right there. B's gonna check it out.
Oh, it's just in such a good quality.
It's just that nice, huh?
Yep.
Wow. So that would be proof-like. They actually could wind up giving it that kind of a grade. Is proof-like. They would put PL. So that's a 72, 40% silver uncirculated blue Ike, $28 starting bid. Bill at 30. I think that's probably the shiniest unk I've ever seen. Richard 35, Bill 40. Richard 41, Mary 45. She's serious about that. Richard 51. El Mephisto, you need to register as a bidder. Sorry. Bill at 60. Kind of solves that problem anyway. Isn't that thing beautiful? Bill at 65. El Mephisto, you would go to PayPal, and then you would go to purchase, $25, jbcoinsinc@gmail.com, our email address, and in the comment section put deposit, and that way B knows, my wife, that that's a deposit for you to bid.
No, I'm just posting for you right now.
She's posting the form for you right now. Yeah, Ray, I wasn't kidding. That's seriously probably the nicest one I've ever seen, and I thought it was a proof that was mispackaged. Who knows? It could be. I don't know. Yeah. There's the front. And there's the reverse. It's like a Type 2 reverse, but there is no such thing as a Type 2 reverse on a 72. Just flat out gorgeous. Oh, you want to see the moon? Sorry, but I already promised that to be. I can make out, it looks like the island's right there. Bill is at 65, going once. Mary at 66, then she says no. So are you bidding or not? Okay, $66, Mary. Bill at 72. Bill at 72, Mary at 73. Bill at 75. Mary at 76. Bill at 95. Little Middle, welcome. Bill at 95, going once. Welcome, Little Middle. Bill at 95, going twice. Article 5, welcome, or Article 4, welcome, excuse me. Bill at 95 for the third and final call. Sold the bill. 95, I think that's your first item tonight, so that puts you at an even 100. And congrats, and I do think there's something going on with that coin, so I'm not really sure what it is, but If you find out, let us know, please. Silver Frog Man, welcome. Alrighty, next one. 1988 uncirculated coin set with.
Carolina's comment.
Since I've been with J&B, I can't close the safe door. Yeah. That was a good one. So there's the P. Some interesting stuff going on there. Good looking set.
So beautiful set.
And there's the Denver. Quarter starting to tone up. Kind of rainbow up on the front. So there you go, 88 P&D. Starting bid $15.
You can say it. Just say it.
Bill Horvat paid for his 72 proof Ike. Bill and Tam. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right. D at 25. Greg, no, we did not do the 100 light giveaway yet. Mark Rawls, welcome. $27. D at 30. Mark at 32. D at 33. Mark at 35. D at 37. Salzman still cannot find the announcement comment video. This is the 1970 video.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Salzman, she says that's what it is the 70.
You need to pay attention.
Nunya, welcome. D at 37. Mark at 39. D at 40. Mark at 41. D at 43. Glasstron 48. Glastron at 48 going once. D at 49. Andrew, I'm sure that's very true, man, but it just sounds hysterical. It's like I said, I probably would not survive. I probably would not survive 1 year with you guys. D at 49, going once.
Remember I mentioned it to you? Okay. So
D at 49, going twice. D at 49 for the third and final call. Sold to D.
thank you, D, and congrats.
Thank you, D, and congrats. Andrew, you should tell your kids that they should be glad you have long, full hair and not bald, that they would inherit. All right, so I was mentioning this earlier. This is what you're looking for if you want the proof silver in a 74. Now this is not a 74, this is a 72, but it's the same concept. It would come in a package like this. This is what's called a brown Ike. They're real creative. You saw the blue Ike. That was the uncirculated. They put the proof in this nice faux wood box. So here's the 72S proof. And on the back side of the box, they got the moon landing.
They have different managers, and they are extremely difficult to find in good condition because that's how
Yep.
it was struck.
They had different minages, and they're extremely difficult to find in good condition, even in these packages, because of the way they were struck.
I don't have a video about brown eyes vs blue eyes, which
And we do have a video about brown Ikes versus blue Ikes. Original, or this starting bid is $32. And yeah, you can see the difference with that one there. Ray, yeah, I'd say that's a cameo. I mean, you can see it right there. Carolina, you could, but my question would be why? Because you might not get that same designation. So D's at 75. Very sweet, Mary. Yeah, Malcolm, that was a big one. And also a lot of really bad storage. People put them away the wrong way and they wound up getting a lot of milkiness and just, you know, discoloration. And that's something that B and I, she'll find a stack of these, you know, hundreds of them and make us go through them. So Bill and Tom are at 95. Night, Brett. Nicholas, yeah, 40% silver. None, you did not see it.
How is Mr. Business doing?
He went home.
I know. I'm asking how.
B's asking, how is Mr. Business doing? SoCal Dreams, welcome. So, she says he's doing a lot better. That's good.
Awesome. That's awesome.
So Bill and Tom are at 95, going once. Never feed your dog ham. I'll be right back. Richard, 97. Henry, I think the advantage Carolina has is if she's up in the mountains like Kinnamine, you just dig a hole like the moonshiners did, you know, and put a safe door on that. Have a big old cave, you know. Richard at 97 going once. Richard at 97 going twice. Richard at 97 for the third and final call. Sold to Richard. Now, I believe that's your first one tonight. So,
Yes, it is.
okay. Bill comes back at 100. Was it in time?
No question was in time. I didn't post it sold, but that's up to Mats now.
Okay, so mods, was Bill's $100 submission in time, or did Richard get it for 97?
Little late. Amy says 100. So which one? We have 2 Mats only, right? No.
Looks like a little late. So Richard gets this one.
Congrats, Richard. And lot number 21, get ready.
Lot number 21, she says, get ready. Something odd about this penny.
That's in quarter slab.
That is in a quarter slab. That's how big that penny is. It's in a quarter slab. It's a clad, obviously. You can see the clad squeezed out here and a couple places. But that is an offset error. It's what, about 60 plus %. $22 starting bid. And it's a very well struck coin too, but there's no year. Deanne at 22. D at 25. Mary, 27. Deanne, 28. I'm putting this sucker down. My arm's getting tired. I was gonna say, if we had a quarter or a quarter slab around here, we could show the comparison, but
There is a quarter slab.
I know it is, but with a penny in it, you can't tell. But if you put another one next to it, it'd be pretty obvious. Mary, 37. Brett D, 40. Mary, you got a thing for backs. I've noticed that.
This is penny slab and this
Yep.
is quarter slab.
Just for comparison, I'm gonna back out a little bit here so you guys can see the difference between the penny. Oops.
Just don't look.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that you.
So there's the penny and there's the quarter, and look at the coin. So this is the size it should be. This is the size opening that it's in. So Mary is at 50, looks like. Deanne, 70. Wow. Deanne at 70, going once.
More?
Yeah, Glastron, doesn't it? It's been probably 5, 6 years at least now, but we were doing a live coin roll hunt. I think back then I was doing it, and I was going through the wrappers, and there was like this part of the coin had torn through the paper and was sticking up like that. Yeah, like long time ago. Yeah, and it was like, what the heck is that? That's what it was. It wasn't quite as dramatic as that, but it was pretty cool. You were planning on sleeping with the coin. Deanne at 70 going twice. Onyx, the one I found was in an actual roll. It was really strange. That's why I say it wasn't as dramatic as that. It was just, it had pierced the paper and it was sticking up maybe a 1/16 of an inch. K&K, sorry to hear that, man. All right, so where the heck are we? Deanne, 70 for the third and final call. Sold to Deanne, $70. Congratulations. Now, I need to back up a little bit here. We need to stop for a second here, if we could, say prayer. K&K Fishing's second in command has cancer in his spine surrounding the spinal nerves. He's having risky surgery to remove it tomorrow. He's asking for prayers. His name is Tim. So let's zoom out a little bit. If we could do quick 30 seconds, each in your own way, for Tim to come through his surgery with a good outcome. Amen. Okie dokie. So here we go, causing trouble some more. Now, why is it when it's this and I say we are causing trouble, it's you're the one that's doing these. I'm just presenting them. Might have watched a video earlier tonight about 1970, uncirculated. Maybe it didn't mention sealed. Sealed at the mint, 1970. P&D with the NIFC in it, of course, the 70 Denver. Sealed at the mint, $29 starting bid. 52-year-old heir in that one.
And if you pay attention to the video, it is a key date.
And if you pay attention to the video, she says it is a key date. Mary's at 39.
The first NIFC.
It's the first NIFC.
And the last coin that was struck for
And the last
in silver.
coin that was struck in business use in silver. Steve Nelson, 50.
And very pricey if you can find in good shape.
And very pricey if you can find it in good shape. And let's see if Nunya winds up being correct. Puck at 75. Carolina, time to split another vein in that mountain for the third vault. Richard at 80. Avilo, anyone can bid, but you do have to register first.
Now I'm going to post an info about registration if you're interested or anybody else.
B is going to post the info how to get registered right now. Yeah, this one is sealed. Puck, 85. Vio, it is U.S. only. I don't know if that's an issue for you.
PayPal only.
And PayPal only. Married 86. Awesome. Good to go. Paul at 90. Namaste, welcome. Puck at 95. Avilo, there's the first 1970 Denver is the first and not intended for circulation.
Watch video.
If you watch the video that's highlighted in that blue on the top giveaway video, that explains everything about that set. That's why everybody's bidding. Richard at 100. Paul at 110. Richard 115. Oh man, Otis. I wasn't old enough to yet. Richard at 115, going once. Richard at 115, Glastron 118. No, you got to go $5 increments, Glastron. So Richard at 115. VT Rider, welcome. So Richard at 115 going once. Glastron 120. Glastron at 120 going once. Richard 125. Yeah, Otis. Richard 125. Richard 125 going once. Victor, you need to be a registered bidder in order to place a bid. Richard at 125 going twice. Night, Bill. Richard at 135. Thank you, Charles. Yeah, if you get registered, you can bid. Richard at 135 going once. Who did? Deanne paid for a penny. Thank you, Deanne. Richard at 135 going twice. Yeah, Otis, I remember making $1 an hour after high school. Look at Marion D talking about how to open his envelopes and sneak a peek. Richard at 135. Puck comes in at 140. Puck at 140 going once. He says, I don't sneak a peek, I rip it open. Puck at 140 going twice. Puck at 140 for the third and final call. Sold the puck, 140 bucks. Congrats.
Congrats.
Gotta fix that one. Okay, this one is a 1967 special mint set, just like it says. The ones that are the white envelopes that say 65 SMS. This is basically what's in them. Just, of course, 1965. 40% 67. The rest of these are clad in copper. Gorgeous condition. $27 starting bid. Thank you, sweetie. Didn't realize that's what the deal was. Puck at 27. Puck at 27, D at 30. Steve at 31. So Henry, you're like me, just can't bring yourself to do it. That's cool. D at 33. Steve at 34. D at 37. No, he was old then. He was taking a nap. D at 37 going once. D at 37, going twice. D at 37 for the third and final call. Sold a D. $37.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, D. All righty. Next set. About 1942, beautiful Mercury lady. And her twin sister from 1943, or baby sister. $32 starting bid. Of course, they're both 90% silver. Puck, I do not think that they're full bands. The two outer bands look good. The center band on both of them looks kind of iffy. And depending on the definition from the grading companies, one is a little pickier than the other, if you want to put it that way. And so it may, or, you know, I'm going to say that it's not. And as always, like I said earlier, I'm very conservative on that stuff. So ultimately, you got to make the call yourself. Mary, 33. Mary at 33, Salzman 34. Mary at 35. Good one, D. Mary at 35. Oh man, I can only imagine, Andrew. Hope it goes really, really well. Mary 47. Salzman, nope, sorry. Mary at 47. Kevin, no, I don't think so. It is possible, but I do not believe so. It's my personal opinion. I'm not a grader though. So DN 50. Sounds like a big circle, Andrew. It's a good problem to have, buddy. Salzman, sure, no problem. That's what I was just showing everybody, Avilo. You guys have to kind of make your decision on this one yourself. It's not, to me, it's not definitive.
It's not clear.
But it's not clear. I'm not
No, we're thinking that
I'm not the grader.
That's the bottom line.
We think they're nice. We just don't know if the grader's going to think they're nice enough.
Puck paid for the lot. Thank you, Puck.
Puck paid for his lot. Deanne working 58. William, welcome. You know, we don't want to tell somebody that somebody is at a grading company that we don't know is going to put a grade on there unless we're absolutely sure that, you know, that it's 100% that it's going to happen. We can't do 100% on this set. Salzman 61. Take care, Puck. Congrats. Enjoy. And thank you. Salzman at 61. Going once. Glastron 64. Glastron at 64, going once. Glastron at 64, going twice. Glastron at 64. Brian Phillips at 65. Brian at 65. Glastron at 68. EVG, long time no see, welcome.
No problem.
I thought I saw something about you having claim jumpers. Did it work out in your favor on that one? Glastron at 68. Mary, I swear you're obsessed with backsides. Glastron at 68 going once. I agree, Mary. Thanks, man. I wish I could. Mary, 70. Mary at 70 going once. Mary at 70 going twice. Okay. Mary at 70 for the third and final call. Sold to Mary. $70. Congratulations. All right, next item. 1998 U.S. Mint Silver Proof Set. Look at the edge on that. There would be a landing flock of geese right there.
Didn't know what's gonna happen.
Look how pretty. Now these three are the silver ones, just like it says.
Look that
Beautiful
that
deep
water.
cameos.
Such a
Oh
good
yeah,
cameo.
that whole set. That whole set, holy cow.
Yep.
Very, very pretty. $32 starting bid. I didn't do a thing. Mary at 32. Good guess. I didn't even. I'm spacing out over here. Mary's at 32. Bill's at 30. Bill is at 35. Steve at 36. Good pointing on you. Yeah, you don't want to be downrange. Lower altitude, that is. Malcolm said you have a cute giggle, Mrs. B.
Cute.
She says, thank you. Steve at 36. The four Salzmans just posted, quote, the four Salzmans should be in bed, quote, signed, the four Salzmans. Oh, man. Bill and Tom, 37. Bill and Tom at 37, going once. I would subject that that was a possibly good answer or a good argument, except I know what lot is up next. Then I would agree. Steve at 38. Deanne, no, those are 90 percenters. These three are 90 percenters. This,
yeah.
that one's clad.
That is a silver set.
Yeah.
So, just like it says. Bill at 40.
Bill at 40. Deanne 42. Carolina, it's B's fault. She's the one that picked these. I just talk. And sometimes we put sets out here that I cry. Excuse me. Deanna 42. Deanne at 42 going once. Yes, she is Carolina. Just giving her a hard time. Deanne at 42 going twice. Deanne at 42 for the third and final call. Sold to Deanne for 42.
Thank you, Deanne, and congrats.
Thank you, Deanne, and congrats. Now, this is the one I was saying that I knew you didn't want to leave before we did this one at least. 1876 Carson City. Seated dime. Starting bid $65. And I'm zooming in so I can set it down. There we go.
Mary, 65.
Mary at 65. Yeah, Amy CC, exactly. That would fall into the category of me silently crying back here. K and K. Mary at 71. Yeah, no kidding, Glastron. Deanne at 75. Mary 76. Hey, D, that's a good idea. I'll let B figure out how to do that. K and K 80. So we have 4 more lots after this one, and we have 2 giveaways. 100 likes and then a stream. Mary at 81. K and K 83. There goes Mary looking at the back again. Thomas, welcome. Mary at 85. K and K 90. Night, Brian. Richard, 100. Yeah, exactly. That glare doesn't help. I keep trying to play with it to get the glare down and get the focus a little cleaner, but just fighting with me. That might be a little better there. Nah. Richard at 100. Going once. Richard at 100. Going twice. Richard at 100 for the third and final call. Sold. Richard at 100. Congratulations and thank you. Andrew, you're a hoot, buddy. Oh, 1976. Uh-oh. This is the U.S. Bicentennial Silver Uncirculated Set for 1976, which means it's not the proof finish, it is the uncirculated finish. You can see the condition of the envelope and the set itself. The coins are gorgeous. There's no way around saying that. $39 starting bid. Bill and Tom at 50. Bill and Tom at 50, Mary at 51. Bill at 55. Bill at 55 going once. Yeah, I remember you saying that. You could probably start a fire with those things. Bill and Tom 55 going once. Very true, Glastron. So Bill at 55 going twice. Bill and Tom at 55 for the third and final call. Sold. $55. Congratulations. Thank you very much. All right, so we got 3 items left and then 2 giveaways. $1981 proof set. It's crazy the way they changed the designs on all these boxes. There's 81 Susan B on there. You can see how orange that scent is. All these decams are just incredibly crazy. And look at the reverses. I mean, the camera washes them out so bad, they just, I mean, they're so bright, they just don't do, you know, look at this thing. So 81S Susan B. Anthony, 81 proof set, clad, $18 starting bid. Richard, you'll have to talk to B about that. D at 25. Steve at 26. I kind of figured that, Andrew, but I'm glad you said it and I didn't. D, 27. That's why I figured you could start a fire in a bind with those things, you know. D at 27 going once. Steve at 28. D at 30. D at 30, going once. Detailer at 30, going twice. Detailer at 30 for the third and final call. Sold the detailer. Yeah, these are one of the estimate sets, yes.
Thank you and congrats.
Thank you and congrats. Bill paid for his lot, thank you. All right, next one. We got two left.
Mary paid.
Mary paid, thank you. Okay. Now this is an example of where we'll give you guys an idea of where we think something's going. This is a 46S nickel. And you can see how well struck this thing is, okay? It's gorgeous. We looked it up, and the only thing we're not sure of is these steps. We don't know whether they would pass for full step or not. But that new designation, proof-like, we put that on there because this is a gorgeous, gorgeous nickel for a 1946S. I mean, there's no blemishes on the front at all or on the reverse. It's absolutely beautiful. The detail, all the doors and windows are there. I mean, compare this to what's in the book and the photo grade books and stuff and sold at auction photos. This coin is very competitive. That's how it opened.
No, it slides.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
$59.99 she's got on here for starting bid. Okay. Sweetie,
Yes.
you might want to plug this back in. Okay, starting bid $59.99 for this nickel. Anybody interested? There you go, Mary Maddie, $60. So Mary Maddie is at 60. Mary Maddie at 60 going once. Mary Maddie at 60 going twice. Mary Maddie at $60 for the third and final time. Sold to Mary Maddie, $60. Congrats. You're gonna love this one, Mary. That you'll be sleeping under that'll be sleeping under the pillow probably. All right, last set of the night. Then we have 2 giveaways, end of stream and 100 likes. 1984, if I can get this thing to zoom back down now. There we go. 1984 United States proof set. So what were you saying about 1980 series coins being hard to find? Yeah, well, there's one right there. 1984. Look at this thing. I mean, these are just absolutely crazy. Yeah, these things are super, super shiny. You could shave with those, you know, as mirrors. $18 starting bid. Bill, 22. D, don't sell it to us. We don't need any more. She says she's gonna have to sell a child. Yeah, that's a very good suggestion that Malcolm just said. One of the reasons why we don't usually put email addresses up on the chat is the chat lives forever on the internet. That's why we don't put people's names on there, you know, when they're using an avatar. And you definitely don't want to put something that's an identifiable, traceable to you, like an email or phone number or address, because you're asking for problems. Steve Nelson, 23. And there's a lot of people on the internet that don't care. They put stuff out there, you know. Hey, my wife and I are gone for the week. We're going to be in such and such. And man, you know. So Steve at 23, going once. Richard, 25. Jeff, this is lot number 30, the last one. Then we have 100-like giveaway and end of stream giveaway. Glastron 28. Jeff at 29. Richard at 30. Glastron 32. Richard at 33. Richard at 33. Richard at 33 going once. Steve, 34. Steve at 34. Richard at 35. Jeff, you would go to PayPal and leave a $25 deposit at jbcoinsinc@gmail.com, and in the notes put deposit. Steve at 36. Steve at 36 going once. Thomas, yes. Steve at 36 going twice. Carolina, yeah, there should be. You gotta talk to the boss because she keeps track of all that. Steve at 36 for the third and final call. Sold to Steve, $36. Thank you very much. Congratulations. I know you're gonna like the set. So, now it's giveaway time. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry. I understand, honey. Sorry. Hmm?
It was his first one.
I thought he had one tonight.
No, he did not.
Well, he was bidding on a lot of stuff, so I thought he had one. Sorry.
It's okay, I'm just saying.
Okay, Steve, this is your first one. You probably knew that.
Yeah, probably.
I didn't. Sorry. So,
Everybody knows.
so now everybody knows. Okay.
Okay, whoopsie. 100 likes and that is true.
All right. So here we go. 100 likes. 1 ounce copper Walking Liberty. 999 fine copper. That's for the 100 like giveaway, which B will be bringing the computer over here. And I gotta bring that up. And good luck, everybody.
Jeff, now we put deposit, that's gonna be for next time.
Rarest find. I collect Kennedy halves. I really only do keep 69 and before, though.
Okay.
So rarest find, you're on the timer.
Like I said, we have what deposits, but I'm gonna keep it for the next auction, obviously. They just came in now.
Rarest find, you're on the timer. Rarest find, you got 40 seconds left.
Mary paid for her lot, thank you, Mary.
Mary paid for her lot. Thank you, Mary. Rarest find. 15 seconds left.
Janine, wow, long time no see.
Hey, Janine, long time no see.
All right, next.
Time's up. Next up, good luck. Henry O. I have quite a few 70 halves and love them. So if Henry's still here, he's got a goodie.
Yes, Jeff, I got it.
Jeff, she got it. So you'll be all set for this weekend. Saturday night, we do boxes and auction usually. Henrio is here, as I suspected, so congratulations. Nice 999 fine copper there. Now, last giveaway for the night. End of stream. 2005 50 state quarter program. California, Minnesota, Oregon, West Virginia, and Kansas. Good luck. Onyx Fire. I collect Kennedy half dollars.
You own $1.
Onyx Fire. Never heard of them. Henry just fell asleep but awake now. Good timing. Onyx Fire is here. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Oh, good job.
All right, so we do have boxes and rolls. One box is sold, as we know.
All right. B says, we do have boxes and rolls for Friday night. So one box is already sold for a full box, and we do have other boxes available and rolls. So if you're interested,
And silver under in the first box.
what?
And silver under in the first box.
And silver end in the first box, yes. So you can order coins and boxes or rolls and boxes anytime between now and then, or during the stream if we still have some. So everybody have a great end of their week.
And
Look
we're
forward.
doing 4 boxes only.
We're doing 4 boxes only on Friday. So we look forward to seeing you on Friday. Everybody stay healthy and safe. Till then, God bless. Take care.
Thank you all.
Love y'all. We're out.